Hey guys, so this is the KBEAR Flash, a pair of hybrid in-ear monitors from KBEAR. Guys, if you're in the market for a pair of hybrid in-ear monitors, or if you want to get your first pair of in-ear monitors, the KBEAR Flash, starting at a price point of just $25, does a phenomenal job, and I was absolutely blown away by its audio quality. Now, having said that, it's not perfect. It does have certain drawbacks as well, which I'll get into. But first, let's get done with the unboxing. Alright, so the KBEAR Flash comes in the usual packaging, nothing too fancy, pretty bare bones here. Sliding off the outer cover, you get some paperwork, 6 pairs of different size silicone ear tips, the oxygen-free copper silver-plated cable that has 2-pin connectors on one end, and a 3.5mm L-shaped audio jack on the other. And of course, you get the KBEAR Flash in-ear monitors themselves. Now, in terms of specs, the KBEAR Flash is a hybrid pair of in-ear monitors, which means that it houses both a dynamic driver as well as balanced armatures. So this has a single 10mm dynamic driver and a single pair of balanced armatures. So the dynamic driver is going to take care of your low end and a bit of the mids, while the balanced armatures are going to take care of the upper mids and especially the ultra high frequencies. And it's got an impedance of 32 ohms. So again, these will be categorized as low impedance in-ear monitors. But as always, if you want your in-ear monitors to perform to their full potential without leaving anything in the tank, I highly suggest that you do invest in a portable DAC. Nothing too fancy or expensive, just something that can power these so that they can perform to their full potential and you can get the best audio quality possible. And as always, I'll link the one that I personally use in the description below. Now, in terms of the build quality, so the faceplate of the KBEAR Flash is made of aluminum alloy. So it's got the KBEAR Flash logo embossed on top. Although these are metal, they don't really have the heft of metal and they don't feel the most premium. So it's kind of got a very cheap feeling. And on the other end, you have your typical resin, and the version I have is the purple version, which actually kind of looks like deep pink, honestly. And it's semi-transparent, so you can actually see the innards of the in-ear monitors themselves. Now, as for the comfort, well, I have to say these are pretty light on the ear, have absolutely no ear fatigue even for long listening sessions, pretty ergonomic, sits very snug and comfortable in the ear. So overall, the comfort gets a 5 on 5. Now let's talk about the first drawback, which is the cable quality. It feels very flimsy and cheap. It doesn't give you the confidence that it's going to last for a very long time. So the cable quality is something they can definitely improve upon. And the second one is, I found that in the unit that I received, some of the glue which sticks the metal plate to the resin on the in-ear monitors, that was leaking, and that is still stuck to the resin over here, which I haven't managed to take it off. So a few quality control issues there, especially if you're planning to use these for a long time. But these are the only two that I found in terms of its build quality as such, or quality concerns. Now let's get into the main thing, which is the audio quality. So if you're an existing viewer, you would know that I judge in-ear monitors based on how they produce the 3 main frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs, or the treble, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids, where the vocals are, and the low end, or the bass response. Okay, let's start with the high frequencies, or the treble response. Now, the KBEAR Flash absolutely won me over ever since I've heard tracks that I know trouble many other in-ear monitors, especially in the treble response. So they tend to get very tinny or sibilant, and they don't have a very good decay, and they just don't sound pleasant. The KBEAR Flash handled the high frequencies like a champ. It was at the sweet spot. They haven't overdone the high frequencies, no sibilant at all, has excellent control. It's right at the sweet spot where it's rich, it's detailed, and it's separate from the mid frequencies as well. So no intermingling at all. And the technicalities are also very, very good. What you get for $25, and I have other in-ear monitors to compare to, and I have compared them, the KBEAR Flash has the most mellow, most pleasant, and easy listening experience, especially when it comes to the high frequency. So the treble response is an absolute 5 on 5. Now let's talk about the mid frequencies, where the vocals are. Again, the vocals rendered by the KBEAR Flash were at that sweet spot, had natural warmth, had natural tonality, and had enough depth to sound very, very rich, and had excellent separation from the low end as well. The strokes of stringed instruments sounded beautiful. There was excellent control. It sounded very organic, and natural without any sort of artificial clarity or sharpening. So it was a very easy listening, very mellow and pleasant experience. And even for long listening sessions, there was zero ear fatigue. And both male and female vocals sound true to the natural tonality. So the vocals as well, very, very impressive. Finally, we have the low end or the bass response. Now the KBEAR Flash has a very, very deep bass response. The mid-bass slam is thick and punchy and well-rounded, no muddiness at all. And it is also capable of giving you a bit of the sub-lows, that rumble that we love. It gives you that as well. So the bass response is very separate from the mid frequencies. It doesn't eat into the vocals. There is no bleeding into the mid range. Most tracks are going to sound very, very accurate with the tight bass response. And even tracks which are very, very bass heavy, the KBEAR Flash can handle that like a champ. So the bass response, very well rounded, mid bass heavy definitely, but also gives you the rumble of the sub-lows as well. Alright, let's just summarize. The KBEAR Flash hybrid in-ear monitors are an absolute winner. For $25, it is insane the audio quality that this has offered. Obviously, my reviews or any reviews you see from other reviewers, or if you read a review, it's going to be very subjective. I have read reviews where people have said that it's not as sparkly or the high frequencies are not as technical as they would want it to be. But again, those are very subjective because there are also other reviews that have said that they've loved it. I personally think that the high frequencies are absolutely at the sweet spot. So are the mid frequencies. Vocals sound very organic and natural, and the bass response is thoroughly enjoyable and very immersive. So the KBEAR Flash gets a 4.5 out of 5 in my rating. 0.5 taken away because of the flimsy cable quality and a bit of the glue leaking on the faceplate, but that could be just my unit. But overall, it's highly, highly recommended that you do give the KBEAR Flash a try for yourselves and thank me later. So there you have it, guys. That was my review of the KBEAR Flash hybrid in-ear monitors. As I said, the link will be in the description below. If you have any other questions regarding this, or if you have any other suggestions, do let me know. I try my best to get my hands on your suggestions, but some of them are not available in India and I have to import, and it's not always very easy, but I'll still try my best. So hit me up in the comments below and let me know what you guys want to see next. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit like on the way out if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with someone who needs to see this. And as always, I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.